What is going on, everybody? It's Alex back with another video, and today I want to talk about the announcement of GTA 6, what it is probably going to look like, and a little bit of an explanation of why. So let's go straight for what I think is going to happen, how GTA 6 is going to get the official announcement, how we're going to find out about it, and quite simply, I'm very confident that during the Sony press conference, whatever event that they hold where they're unveiling, like formally going over the specs and give you the release date, all of these things regarding the PlayStation 5, the Sony PlayStation 5 reveal event is where they're going to announce GTA 6. Now, before you guys roll your eyes and click off the video, for some reason, this idea, I've seen it thrown around on Reddit plenty of times, and people just go in the comments and start fighting against this. We'll go over some of the reasons why people disagree with this, and I'll, go over why I still think this is accurate. But I mean, to me, this seems like the most likely cause, and even though Rockstar hasn't really relied on anybody else in the past, I don't think that disproves why I think this is going to happen. So first of all, let's actually go over why I find this so likely. Plain and simple, we know that there is a deal between Sony, more importantly PlayStation, and Rockstar Games. If you guys didn't know this, there was a huge deal with Red Dead Redemption 2. Sony had all of the marketing rights, meaning anytime, there was a trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2, Sony was putting it up on their PlayStation YouTube channel, and Sony was able to essentially market it like it was their own product, even though they didn't own it. Also, they had exclusive content. They got, the online features a month early. I don't remember if they actually got the game a month early, but I know they got a whole bunch of content early. Anytime there was a trailer, it would be like, best played on PlayStation 4, at the end of the trailer. And there was a whole bunch of, non-in-game products being sold that were relating Sony and PlayStation. Basically, what that means is Sony paid many, many, many millions of dollars to have all of these rights, and they kind of created a partnership. Essentially, Sony bought a partnership with Red Dead Redemption 2. And through that partnership, they had the rights to a whole bunch of things, and it worked out very well for them. So we already know that there is a significant relationship between Sony and Rockstar Games. But if you guys look back to like 2 years ago when we first started getting real leaks and rumors about GTA 6, one of the first ones quite literally said that GTA 6 would be a PlayStation exclusive. Without a doubt, it is going to be available on Xboxes and PCs as well. Whether or not it's going to release at the exact same time for every platform, I think that's up for debate, but I still find it very likely that at least on the PlayStation and Xbox, it would have the same release date. There just may be certain content that PlayStation gets early. But that doesn't mean that Sony doesn't have a deal with Rockstar Games, and in my opinion, I think it definitely means that Sony is increasing their deal with Rockstar Games. And what I mean by that is, if you're not really paying attention to Red Dead Redemption 2 and you're not really part of the gaming industry, you may have not even known that Rockstar had a deal with Sony during Red Dead Redemption 2, but when it comes to GTA 6, I think there's going to be much more of an emphasis. I think Sony is going to be, quote-unquote, paying for a lot more of the marketing rights and a lot more of the exclusive content and things of this sort to be able to promote their platform. So I think obviously it's not going to only be playable on PlayStation, but I think basically everything they can get their hands on, they will. And the reason why I think it's going to be so significant with GTA 6 is from a purely business and marketing standpoint. Think about it this way. It is very likely that GTA 6 will only be available on the new generation of consoles, being the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. So for GTA to sell any copies at all, Rockstar Games needs people to upgrade to the new consoles. Without any of the new consoles, people are not playing the new game, which means Rockstar Games doesn't actually make any money. Obviously, that's unrealistic, but the more people that are buying the new consoles, the more people that are playing the games. So by Rockstar partnering with one of the consoles, the companies behind the consoles at least, that is they're a little bit more in control of who's actually has the potential to play their game. And vice versa, PlayStation is putting millions and probably billions of dollars into the development of these consoles, and they need people to actually buy their consoles to make that money. Well, usually people don't just buy consoles to have as decorations, they buy consoles to be able to play games. So for Sony to be able to partner up with literally the biggest game ever to directly hype up their console and promote their console, It is the best marketing strategy ever. And once again, it doesn't just help Sony, it also helps Rockstar. Rockstar is getting paid, let me tell you, millions and millions and millions of dollars to just be partnered up with Sony through their marketing campaigns and things of this sort. And it's a mutually beneficial project. So everybody knows that when GTA 6 officially gets announced, it is going to break the internet. It's literally going to be on the news. My parents, who don't know anything about video games, are going to know about the GTA 6 announcement. Maybe, I don't know about before I do, but they're going to know about it very soon, even if I weren't to talk about it. Sony knows this, so they want to take advantage. They want to capitalize on, the breaking of the internet with this announcement, and they want to be, tying their name to it. If everybody in the gaming industry, everybody that cares about video games knows about a game and is going to get hyped for it, everyone's going to be, oh, GTA 6 is coming out. I want to play it. Oh, it's only going to be available on next-gen consoles. I need to get a next-gen console. Oh, wait, PlayStation's partnered with it. That's going to be where I go. This is how marketing works. It is going to sell plenty of consoles. I promise you. So that is why I genuinely and wholeheartedly believe the GTA 6 will get announced during the PlayStation 5 reveal event. Obviously, we don't know the actual release date or anything like that. I still think it's, at least a year away. But, Let's get into the reasons as to why, people are saying, no, absolutely not. It's not going to happen like that, and kind of break down the reasons and show you why I don't believe these are necessarily valid. So as I mentioned, I've seen people talk about this on the GTA 6 subreddit numerous times, and it seems like every time someone talks about it, the main reason why people, disagree with it is simply that Rockstar has never done this in the past, and GTA 6 is so big, they don't need anybody to help them. It seems like that's the main reason, and then the other reason is just, oh, GTA 6 is like 7 years away. It's just a distance thing. People think that GTA 6 is so far away that there's no way they would announce it yet. Really, those are the two reasons people disagree with, but you see them all the time. So, again, I don't think GTA is that far away. I think it's certainly within the next 3 years going to be released. So, we can just kind of discard that argument. But, really getting into it on Rockstar Games has never announced games this way in the past, and they don't need anybody. I feel like this is where I really want to, put emphasis on. So it is very true. Rockstar Games usually announces their games at, their own events, or just stealthily drops a trailer, things of this sort. They usually don't go to E3 or something like that, or, a console release and announce a game. They usually do it on their own side. And what I will say is, to give these points some credit, we don't know anything about GTA 6, so the best source of information that we can go to is what Rockstar Games does in the past, especially when it comes to Rockstar Games, because they typically operate on a schedule. It's very, people were predicting what was going to be happening with Red Dead Redemption 2 because it followed exactly the same dates and everything as the release, the hype, the marketing of GTA 5, even down to the delays. It was textbook. People were predicting it based on what they did with GTA. It was kind of hilarious. So, Rockstar Games is definitely a company that you should be looking at what they've done in the past. But I think just blindly looking at that and discrediting everything that anybody else is talking about because it's not what they've done in the past, without acknowledging that this is kind of a unique situation, there's a lot more variables in this situation than there has been in the past, is a little bit ignorant, I would say. And the two main variables that have come into play with this announcement that haven't been in the past is, one, being the release of the next generation of consoles, and two is the developing relationship between Rockstar Games and Sony. When GTA 5 came out, as far as I'm aware, there wasn't any, real relationship in that sense between Rockstar Games and Sony. With Red Dead Redemption 2, there was a significant one, and every rumor and idea points towards GTA 6 having even more of a developed relationship. So obviously with GTA 5, they wouldn't have marketed through PlayStation or through Xbox because those, out of the term relationships weren't really developed. Why would they do something and, do all of this for the other console when that relationship wasn't there? Obviously they wouldn't. But now there is the relationship, so at least it would seem possible that they would. And also, once again, I've talked about this before, but if the rumors are true and GTA 6 is only going to release on next-gen consoles, they really need to themselves hype up the new consoles to make sure people are buying the new consoles to buy their games. If all of this is accurate, I want you guys to watch all the press conferences and the announcements of Rockstar Games doing, all of their videos and stuff. I guarantee you, they are, in every video of development and things of this sort, they are going to be talking about the crazy power of the PlayStation 5 and all that this does for it. They are going to be, even if you don't think it is, they're going to be promoting the next generation consoles like crazy because it is beneficial to them to sell the other consoles. So because the times are different and there's a lot more variables, I really do believe that just because they've done something in the past doesn't necessarily mean that's exactly how they're going to do it now. And of course, they could do it exactly like they have in the past and announce the game and then 2 years later release it after some delays and stuff. It's absolutely possible, but I don't think that's necessarily guaranteed. So let's go to the next argument where people are saying, Rockstar Games is so big, GTA 6 is so big, they don't need this platform to, market it or anything like that. They can do it themselves. Now, I would say that sentiment is absolutely true. GTA 6 is so big that I 100% believe that they could just stealth drop the game, just put it on Steam, put it on, the Rockstar launcher, whatever they're going to do, drop it on the Microsoft store and all of this, and not say a word, and it would break records for day one numbers. I absolutely believe it would break records on how many copies they sell day one. I think it would blow everything out of the water with zero marketing. But again, you guys have to realize that this is a business. Just because they can do something doesn't mean that it can't be done more efficiently. The whole point of a business, the whole point of Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive is to make as much money as possible. Think about it like this. Let's say you work a full-time job and you've concluded that working 40 hours a week, you only need $15 an hour to be able to support yourself comfortably. So you find a job that's really close, you're qualified for, or whatever, you can get paid $15 an hour and, that will cover everything you need. But then there's also a job opportunity that pays $20 an hour. It's roughly the same distance, everything's the same, but you get paid a bunch more. Aren't you going to take the job that pays you $20 an hour as opposed to $15? This is also how businesses work. I mean, just because they could do all of these numbers without doing anything, they're guaranteeing that their numbers are going to be increased by working with someone else. So it makes sense to actually work with them. So the whole idea that just because they don't need it means they won't, I don't really feel like that proves anything. So as a disclaimer, as always, I usually say this a billion times in all my videos, but I'm trying to get less annoying in telling you over and over and over again that this is all rumors and speculation. But obviously this was all speculation on my part. I'm not trying to claim that any of this is factual or confirmed. It's just what I believe is going to happen and, information substantiating those. But based on what I've seen on the subreddit and YouTube comments and everything, people are very opinionated on this subject and people definitely don't agree with the reasons why, people think this would happen. So make sure to voice off in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Drop that comment down below. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for the support. Peace out. My mother wheel takes me all over the place, and wherever I go, I win mines and hearts. Don't need to climb stairs when I'm climbing these charts. Lilith, rolling the solitude dudes, didn't come to my birthday party. Rude, but they all found time to go fight the warrior. Like this, me like some.